What's going on, everyone? It's Chris, and welcome back to once again another episode of Maniac Recaps and Predictions. It is the Big Brother Podcast, episode, I believe, 5 at this point, with my good friend Gocubs711.
When there's something strange in the neighborhood, who are you gonna call?
Uh, supernatural, killers.
Okay.
It took me a while to try to think of something not. I was trying so hard not to say Ghostbusters, and I was trying to think of something, and it didn't work out, unfortunately. But I love the fact that you said that because it actually is fitting to what will be happening in this podcast.
Right.
So welcome everyone to the podcast. Oh, what a week! So let's get started right here.
That was fun. This week was fun. This was the best week of Big Brother yet.
I want to stab myself. So
Yeah.
we start off with Vanessa and Jackie winning head of household, which is great. I was just like, okay, great. We don't have someone. Jackie's on the other side. We get to have someone from the other side win head of household. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
Yeah.
And then Vanessa even says, "Oh, we're gonna target Austin," and we're like, "Yes, get Austin out of this house. He's a dick.
So long.
He's annoying as hell." So, what they decide to do is they put two strong people on one side and two weaker people, or at least a weaker person and like someone throwing it on another. They did do it to John, which was good.
Yeah. John finally got a break.
Yeah, so Clay volunteered to go up on the block for Vanessa for the strong side, alongside Becky. So Clay and Becky went up for Vanessa, and Jackie was going to put up Liz because that's Austin's closest ally, and also nominate James because they convinced James to throw it if need be. And this is where James, Jackie, Jason, Meg, Shelly, Clay, Vanessa, and I feel like I'm forgetting. Oh, and Becky, all decided to form an alliance called. Go ahead,
Dark
Go.
Moon.
Dark Moon. Boom.
I spent a lot of time on that.
It's very fitting that I want to talk about the symbolism of this once we get to the end of explaining everything. But man, just how ironic. And
Yeah.
they're choosing a Luigi's Mansion tagline as their alliance name. Fantastic.
It's great.
I spent a lot of time on this. God damn it, Coke. I'm just staring at this now. I'm just like, God damn it. So Liz James goes up for Jackie and Vanessa, and Vanessa nominates Clay and Becky, and so Clay and Becky are meant to win the battle block, and Liz and James are meant to lose it, and so Jackie can stay in power, which would be great.
The problem is,
Liz and James end up winning it.
Clay and Becky fucked up so hard.
Clay and Becky are recruits. Becky was found on fucking Tinder. Clay, I'm pretty sure didn't even know what it was when he found out what Big Brother is. He thought they were talking about the charity organization. He actually fucking said that. Like Big Brother, Big Sister, he thought they were talking about that. He was just like, oh yeah, and then he realized he got put onto a reality show. So,
Nice.
fucking, he has no idea. And then you got Liz and James, who Liz knows the show well enough, and James, who kind of helped Liz but was trying to throw it, ended up running the whole thing. So
Yeah.
that's a rip.
Yeah.
So Liz and James win, and Vanessa stays in power, which means a week of paranoia is ahead of us. And boy,
That's an understatement.
that is an understatement. So I actually explain the battle of the block for the viewers.
All right, so the Battle of the Block was they had to throw paint all over the damn place to try to uncover letters about which 3 Big Brother contestants from last season all ate at an Outback Steakhouse together.
Product placement. It's so dumb. It's so dumb when they do shit like that. I love it. I love it deep down.
I've bitched about this before to you, but I don't think I bitched about it on the podcast. My least favorite thing, and it happens all the damn time, is the whoever's hosting the BOB or POV, whichever one it happens to be. They explain all the rules, which is totally fine if you don't know how the challenge is played, like the people at home. Like they don't know what the hell is going on, so you explain it once, but then right as soon as the competition starts, one of the people competing in it says the exact same thing.
Oh my god, yes! Dude, it happened last on the veto too!
It always happens. Every single challenge it happens. And I'm sick of it.
Like...
The only times it doesn't are when the live HOHs are happening.
Fucking, like, it would make more sense if they cut to commercial right as it began and it came back and then they would had them explain
That
again.
makes sense. Not that other bullshit. I'm so mad about that.
I noticed that yesterday on the veto ceremony too, or the veto competition too. Fucking, it was like Shelly explains it again. I think it was because I was pissed. I'm like, I already hate Shelly, and I'm gonna make fun of any like thing that she says.
And the
I
best part is they always talk to the audience like we're fucking idiots. Like we just heard what they said. All right.
it's the
All right, I'm
best.
calm now. I'm
No,
calm now.
it's okay. I think I absolutely agree. I think it's really just it does not make any sense. So anyway, so Vanessa's like, okay, yeah, I don't know how the fuck that happened, but I'm gonna stay true to my word, and I'm going to I'm gonna backdoor Austin because he lied to me. He lied just straight to my face.
Yep.
Um, so the veto players are picked, and we get Vanessa, Clay, and Becky, obviously, and then the picked ones are Shelly, Johnny Mac, and Liz. So it's kind of bad that Liz got picked because Liz is Austin's like closest ally and may decide to save his ass. I don't know. And also one thing that they forget too is that the backup plan is Steve. If you didn't know
Oh.
that. If you didn't know that, yeah, Steve is the backup plan if God forbid Austin ends up getting pulled off the block. So I don't
Well,
know.
that clearly didn't do anything.
No, it didn't. It didn't really. So then Clay, or actually, no, so then, anyways, so the veto players will get picked, and like, apparently, during that veto ceremony or veto like player picking, um, and I don't know. This was part of the paranoia that happened afterwards, but apparently, people quote unquote, looked upset when Shelly got picked for the veto, even though the plan is to get Clay off the block. So that, like, sparked this paranoia within Shelly and Clay.
Ah.
But trust me, it gets worse.
Uh,
It gets worse from there. So, Go Cubs, in the most punny way as you can, please explain this veto competition.
oh, fuck! What was the veto competition?
This is the squirrel one.
The squirrels. This competition was totally nuts. They had to like. That's it. That's it.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I
No,
even explain the competition.
they had like a ball that was, I guess was like colored like a nut, or it should have been at least. And they were all dressed in squirrel costumes, which was absolutely wonderful. Uh, except the tails looked kind of weird, but regardless, they had to roll it back and forth across this like platform thing with a hump in the middle, and so you had to like roll it hard enough so it got over the hump, but not too hard that it would like roll over and you would miss catching it on the other side because it fell off. You lost all the progress that you made and you had to start over. And whoever was able to do that 250 times wins.
Yep. And I think my favorite part of the whole thing was Steve's diary room.
Yes.
As Steve was apparently watching the whole thing, and he was like, "I'm seeing Becky struggle, and I'm really happy about it." And you're just like, "Whoa, Steve!" Where's
Steve
that
got
coming
like
from?
really, really scary right there.
I love him, man. He's
I
insane.
love Steve is awesome.
He's absolutely insane. Um, so Clay ends up winning the veto, and here's part two of Paranoia now. So
Yes,
Clay ends up winning the veto, which is good because yes, Austin going up, right?
right.
Um, so Clay wins veto, and apparently, and what amazes me too is that they completely left a lot of this out of the show. It was the main reason why things happened the way they did. The editing was very poor for Wednesday's episode, so this is why I'm basically reiterating some of this stuff now. But
It's appreciated.
yeah. So essentially, Shelley and Clay felt deep down that they were not that apparently people were not happy that Clay won the veto. They felt deep in their heart that people did not show as much appreciation as they should have had if once Clay won the veto.
I'm screaming on the inside.
So they begin to be very paranoid. So Shelly goes up to Vanessa in the head of household room and they start talking and they're like, "Man, I don't know if I could trust these people. They were not happy about Clay winning veto." "Oh, yeah, you're right. I mean, at the end of the day, man, like, dude, you know I'm a trustworthy person." I'm trying to do as many Vanessa quips as I can right as I'm speaking. Like, both of them, I just, I despise them.
Yeah.
Um, but they were like, "Oh yeah, so it's really suspicious." Then Austin comes in the room. Again, none of this is being shown for whatever reason. Austin comes in the room and he's like, "Oh yeah, I don't trust the other side of the house. I really think they're suspicious." And immediately Shelly Vanessa is like, "You're right." So
What?
so Austin leaves, and they now Shelly finally, and then this is what they did show. Vanessa finally sits down with Liz and is like, "Yeah, Austin said this stuff," and then they end up talking, and they're like, "Yeah, we should just decide we're gonna keep Austin because he's a number." And at this point, everyone's head is banging against the table. Everyone's screaming at their televisions. Everyone wants to like burn Shelly at the stake. Like, what the fuck? Austin was supposed to be the person that goes up.
Yep.
And they're like, "Yeah, no, never mind." So Vanessa and Shelly are thinking of a plan of how they're going to go about this. How are they going to try? How are they going to get Austin to be saved? So Vanessa decides to confront Austin, and
Yeah.
Austin admits to a lot of it, but he essentially says that he does not care about playing this game anymore. That all he cares about is getting ass.
Yep.
He doesn't say those exact words, but it's pretty
That's
much.
implied.
It's pretty much implied.
Implied ass lust.
I love that implied ass lust. If only I could name. I don't usually name these episodes, but I might actually name it.
Okay.
Implied ass lust. So, pretty much.
I'm proud of myself on that one.
No, I like that. So yeah, Austin's like he doesn't want to win the game. He just wants to make it to jury, so that way if he gets evicted, Liz gets evicted again. Implied ass lust, and he just he's sorry that he thought he could trust Jason and everything, and so he basically says that Jason, or I should say that he tells the truth about everything except for the fact that he did say to Jason that he wanted to get Julia out. Because he was like, "No, Jason twisted his words on that one. Yeah, Jason fucking he lied to you guys about, or he lied to you guys about that." And that is obviously not true because Austin did throw Julia under the bus because he only cares about the one twin.
It's true. This
And
is all
so,
true things that you are saying out of your mouth.
yeah, and it really hurts because unfortunately, because of all of this, Jason goes up on the block next to Becky, and it was the most heart-wrenching thing because I think for a lot of people, he was like a favorite of theirs.
Yeah, it was one of mine.
Yeah, he really, he really just like the fact that he brought a lot of energy, and now all of a sudden he's considered a target, and he's just like, what the fuck? I'm not, I'm not even a target. This shit, man.
Yeah.
And it was all because of Shelly and Clay's
Total
paranoia.
bullshit.
It was all bullshit. It was literally what it was. I was so mad at my computer screen, and I wanted to get on Skype with you and just fucking rant, but I couldn't because you don't watch the live feeds.
No,
I was
no.
screaming at my computer. I was so angry watching this all transpire. I was just like, the easiest thing you could do. Why, like, fucking Vanessa, she kept on saying, "Oh, I'm gonna swim in a pool of blood." You're gonna swim in blood no matter what. It is Big Brother. There is
Yeah.
no other way. If you're head of household, there is no fucking way that you're not gonna be swimming in blood. But you know what will get you less blood? If Austin goes up on the fucking block. Like it's so.
Yeah. You know?
It is so dumb. And so Jason goes up, and officially what we got was a house split. So no, I shouldn't say split, but like it was separated now. So Jason, Meg, James, and Jackie are on one side of the house, and pretty much everyone else is on the other side. But John, Steve, and Becky pretty much float the middle. So
Yep.
um, it's really depressing seeing Jason up there. Meg was really upset. Jackie and James were like, "What the fuck?" And they all really hate everyone else in the house now. But it should make for good TV if any of them one head of household. So,
Yeah.
hopefully. But we get to eviction, and Jason tried to convince Shelly and Clay why he was not going to get anywhere with that. I don't know why he even tried.
He should have went for John and Steve.
I know. You really
Yeah.
should have. But unfortunately, it did not work out. Jason is evicted 7-2, with James and Meg keeping Jason. The reason why Jackie decided to vote out Jason was because she already had an alliance with Becky, was close to Becky in the house. So it only made sense for her to go with that, unless she would only have voted to keep Jason if he had the votes.
Yeah.
So that's why Jack. So I hope people know that. Like they're not like, no, what
That
the fuck?
that's what I figured.
Yeah, like everyone's like, yo, what the fuck? Why are you not voting out Jason? Why are you voting out
It
Jason?
if she wasn't sure that Jason was going to stay, then there's no reason for her to vote to keep him to stay.
Exactly, and Meg and James are way more loyal to Jason than Becky, so it was understandable why they would try to vote to keep him.
Yeah.
Even though they knew it was a lost cause.
As soon as I saw Steve's vote, I knew it was done.
Oh yeah, that
Maybe
was.
there'll be hope. Maybe there'll be hope, but there wasn't.
Yeah, because when Steve came on the screen, I was so like I was on the edge of my seat, and he was like, "I vote to," or he said something else, and he was just like Jason, and I was just like, "Fuck!"
Yeah.
I was so sad. But I guess the plus slash minus for the gate for this week. Well, all right. Well, so bad news for this week is that the twins are now in the house, which I don't know why they. I mean, I like Julia, but like I just feel like fucking why didn't people think to get them out beforehand, especially since they're so exposed. I don't know.
Yeah.
That was so strange. But the twins are in the house. But the good news, no more Battle of the Block.
Da, da,
Yes.
da, 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 da.
Yes. I'm so excited. Holy crap. The Battle of the Block is the worst thing that ever happened to Big Brother. It did not help last year. No, like very few people liked last year. Like I know Gocubs, you liked last year for the most part.
I liked it for like a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it's fine for one twist for a short amount of time for the season.
Yeah.
At least it's better than the fucking what was it, the BB MVP
Yeah.
2 seasons ago.
Yeah, I didn't like that. But in terms of like last season, everyone said or I should say everyone, but a good amount of people are like, yeah, last season was like a disaster, because of it. And some like my mom, she's become a fan of Big Brother. And she's just kind of like, no, I love last season. And I was just like, yes, because it was fun watching Derek, but it was literally the Derek show.
If Derek did not win last season, I was going to throw something into my TV.
There was no way that he couldn't win at that point.
Yeah,
Um, but this season is much improved now that Battle of the Block is out earlier than it did last season,
yeah,
and we're getting our first solo head of household, so that will be fun. And it when we last left off, it was on they were all on the wall being attacked by eagles. You didn't see this, right?
I didn't see it because someone fucking like stopped my recording 10 minutes early.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah,
But they're all on the wall again, which very similar to the first head of household, but it was they just had to hang on for dear life, and the wall would tilt. They got rain poured on them. The eagles would like attack them and hit them right in the chest. And I was just like, oh god, fucking
America.
yeah. I felt bad for like the women because they're just like get they're I feel like the eagles were gonna hit them so hard that they wouldn't be able to have children. Like, I felt bad. But and then like they would get shat on by the
Oh,
eagles. It was bad. It was a bad time. I sat and watched the whole thing for 2 hours, but I won't spoil that because that'll be on Sunday's episode.
yes.
Um, so the live
I'm
feed,
very nervous.
yeah, it was definitely like you're on the edge of your seat throughout the whole thing. Um, so let's talk before we get to predictions. Let's talk some of the live feed highlights. And
Okay.
another thing that they did not put into the show for whatever reason was that while Austin was one of the main things why Vanessa was not really happy with Austin was that he lied to her about voting to keep Audrey. Like he said that, oh no, I didn't vote to keep Audrey. No, never. Why would I do that? But although I should say Austin didn't vote to keep Audrey, Judas
Right.
voted
Judas.
to keep Audrey. Um, but
That's the person after all.
Audrey is, or rather, he finally admitted to that when she confronted him, but like prior to that, he kept on lying to her, and now it's pretty much. I don't understand why Vanessa didn't look at that and be like, yeah, I should probably get rid of him. He lied to me about voting like one of the biggest threats out of the game. But no, you go after Jason. Thanks. Okay,
Yep.
thanks. Okay, thanks. Bye. So that was just one thing that was really interesting to know. And then, which was probably the highlight of the week, what made a really suck ass week like a little bit more funnier was James. James made this week much better than it actually was. And essentially, there's two different incidents. One that I only found out once I watched the show, which was the whole loving Vanessa's mom.
Yeah.
Vanessa, I just want to let you know your mom is hot.
Smoking hot.
And he's such a character, and so he did that, but then during the Austin Vanessa convo that was so intense to watch, James just comes in and he's just kind of like, oh yeah, Vanessa, so I'm just curious, are you gonna keep that squirrel costume by any chance? And Vanessa's just like, no. I don't think why do we have to? It's like, no, you can do whatever you want with it. And then she's like, oh, okay, well, yeah. I mean, do you want it? And he's just like, yeah, I want it. And so the whole conversation is interrupted, and like you see them go into the back head of household room, grab the squirrel costume, and like James takes it, and as he's leaving, he's just like, we as he leaves the head of household room. And then the rest of the day, or like the rest of the week, he's wearing the rat, like the mouse rat, or no, not the squirrel rather, the squirrel cap the entire rest of the week. It's just like, what are you doing, James? I love him, man. He's so great. He's great. Oh my god. So that was, I think, my favorite highlight. And for the rest, I didn't really have a lot of live feed highlights this week, so I was so depressed about everything that was happening that I just kind of didn't watch the live feeds at all.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But let's talk predictions now.
I guess.
Uh, let me see. I think all right. Yeah, I have my predictions up. I guess I'll go first this time.
Go for it.
Um, so I believe that Jackie will win the half household, and that she will nominate. Let's see. We'll go to Clay and Shelly. Shelly is evilly personified, by the way. I forgot to mention that in Jason's interview.
Yeah.
That was funny. And then Clay ends up winning veto because the world hates us, and Vanessa ends up going up next to Shelly. So Vanessa goes up, and Vanessa's the one that goes home. What's about you?
What about me?
Yes.
Okay. So I said that James wins HOH because of the little bit of the challenge that I was able to see. It was on a wall, and he won the first HOH when they were on a wall.
Yeah.
Uh, and he's gonna nominate Austin and Clay.
Austin and Clay.
Austin's gonna win the veto.
Because everyone hates us again.
Well, I mean, if Clay won the veto, everyone would still hate us. Either way, people
Yeah.
are going to hate us.
Yeah, exactly.
James puts up Vanessa as a replacement, but Clay goes home.
Alright, so Vanessa goes up as a replacement, and then Clay is the one that goes home next to Vanessa, which makes sense. Alright, well, and I'm going to also put in my prediction right now that on Thursday, they're going to announce a double eviction for the following Thursday. That's why I think. So it's not going to be this Thursday, but it's going to be the following Thursday that they'll announce that it's going to be a special double eviction, because then that'll be like the first two jurors. That will be so much fun to watch. I'm really excited.
I know who I want the first two jurors to be.
You know who you.
Yeah.
I think we all hope that it's people that we dislike.
Yep. I'll tell you once we stop recording.
Yeah. Well, anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for today's podcast, and hopefully we're a lot more chipper for the next podcast, and hopefully
I don't know what I want anymore.
Gocubs is so done with this series.
Suffering to end.
Hopefully we are all going to be chipper for next week's podcast. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
So long.